Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3, Chapter 11, The Heiress, which I'm guessing means they're going to be an heiress. Today is also my birthday, which I'm mainly excited about because I get Baby Yoda on my birthday. I get my son on my birthday. As you can see, my mother knows me very well from Daisy Johnson. Hallelujah, look at my child. Yes, my mother may know me quite a little bit well. And then a whole calendar, I don't know, full. I mean, look at all of those pictures of my son. I'm not ready to show you. Just as I finished recording, so this is actually me after I've seen the episode, no spoilers, a parcel came, and it was from my best friend Sarah in Canada. She did some of my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions with me when I visited her last year, but she got me this card. It's in this packaging because that's like quarantine thing that I do to be over this. It's my son. And thank you so much, Sarah. So yeah, people know me. So today is a good day, and I get Baby Yoda. So I am very happy about this. As you may know, I'm just going to set these up so that I have an endless child looking at me while I'm reacting. This show has literally become one of my absolute favourites. It makes me so happy every time I watch it. When I realised it was airing on Fridays in the end of the year, and I was like, my birthday's Friday the 13th, which, you know, ominous for most people, I'm sure. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. And I got my Daisy on. I also got, I didn't bring upstairs, I think. I also got a little cute baby Groot and then baby Oleg the meerkat as well, because I love cute animated creatures. The child is my son. He is here with me now. All is good. So no, finishing up with my birthday rambles, I am ready for an episode of this beautiful programme. A quick reminder that if you would like to watch the unedited version of my reaction, they're up on my Patreon. I don't know why I said it there. My Patreon is not there. My Patreon is in the link below. But you can find it there. You can see unedited versions of all of my Season 1 reactions of The Mandalorian and my reactions to this, along with all my other reactions. And yes, I am ready. So ready to have a birthday episode of The Mandalorian. If my baby suffers in this episode, it will ruin my birthday. No pressure, Mandalorian. Let's hope this planet has some good news for us. Precious one. He just sleeps sitting up like that. Good morning, sunshine. I'm so blessed on this day of my birth.
There should be just enough fuel to slow us down.
Oh, great.
If we don't burn to a crisp.
Baby! And Mando. And Frog Lady. I will not call her Fish Lady. I love this show. I can't get over how much I love this show. I love sci-fi. I love this show.
Brace!
Brace, baby!
There. Almost there.
Oh, he's having the time of his life! Oh. Well done, Mando! Good job, sweetheart. I mean, look. Oh, God. No! Hopefully that washed out all the spider carcasses. So I never have to see those ever again. Oh, where's her husband? You don't have as many eggs as you used to, but it's all fine. Oh, fish love, frog love. So happy for them. Yeah.
I know you're hungry. We'll get you something to eat.
I love him so much. But I wanted to eat those sad ears. I mean, interesting. That's good to know. It's dangerous to show the baby that all he has to do is pull down on that lever to get more. I'm so blessed. What's that? Oh!
Play with your food.
He's just like, I don't know what's happening. I normally attack food. Why is my food attacking me? Oh, God. Baby, be safe.
Close enough.
Baby, careful. This monster! What is he doing? You bastard's gonna pay for that! And on my birthday too, how dare you! Ha! My baby better be safe. Kill them all because it's my birthday, and how dare they?
A creature. It has the child.
On it.
Oh, are these real Mandalorians?
Help the child.
Don't worry.
Oh,
We've got this.
help the child. He loves his baby. He's my baby. He's so squished. Sunshine.
Here you go, little one.
Oh. Oh.
I've been quested to deliver this child. I
Oh.
was hoping that.
Oh, hello. She's who found them. Yeah, the baby's like, can you take yours off? Huh?
You get that armor.
I am Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze.
Ooh.
I was born on Mandalore and fought in the Purge. I am the last of my line.
So there are Mandalorians that do take them off?
You are a child of the Watch.
The watch.
Children of
Fascinating.
the Watch are a cult of religious zealots that broke away from Mandalorian society.
One way.
The way. This is the
Here's
way.
Mandalore.
Oh god. Yeah, they deserved that. Pieces of shit. Trying to hurt my child. Feed my child to a monster. I feed you to the monster. If you weren't dead already. Is it true that there are actually, like, most Mandalorians do take their helmets off and that he's kind of just been raised in like a crazy sect?
Now, I'm gonna kill your pet.
How dare they? People need to leave my child alone. It's my birthday. Yes, Mandalorians, you get the evil people that want to kill my son.
What do you know of the Jedi?
Nothing. I was hoping you would help me.
But you have to keep your son with you forever.
But first, we need your help on our mission.
Oh gosh.
Mission.
I don't know if I trust them. I want to. Where's my son?
So he's still away.
Oh, in the ship, probably.
We've been hitting him pretty
There's my son.
We scan for life forms as precaution before pushing back.
Here. So I want you to be respectful
Oh.
and mind your manners.
Yes.
You know
Or else you're getting a timeout. He does know what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Oh, what? Please don't cause chaos, dearest child. Oh, they managed to fertilize them. Oh, now my baby might feel a little bit bad, or he's going to feel hungrier. I'm so excited. But I love learning more about Mandalore, so, because I know that it has been in, I think, the Clone Wars, or some of the movies, like a little bit, but I think it was expanded in the Clone Wars or something. Oh, that's cool. But just, I love everything about Mandalorians, and it's always, you know, a good time when you get to see some stormtroopers taken out. I love how they shoot this show. Like, you can so see that these three are like a well-oiled machine. They're a team that works together. And that Mando is so used to working by himself. Like, he doesn't fit exactly with their teamwork. He's kind of just along for the ride doing his best. Not thoroughly skilled doing his best, but doing his best.
At least 10, maybe more.
There are only 4 life forms.
Sir, there are only 4 life forms. Because we are evil, we are British. Haha. This is so cool. I'm surprised he wasn't like, so you guys do that. I'm gonna be back here in this little hole where I'm hiding, but it's totally for tactical reasons.
Close the door.
Which one? All of them.
They're so he's hiding in the hole. I was right. God, these people are incompetent.
In the cargo control area.
Is that what they wanted?
Where?
In the cargo control.
We need to hire better people.
Not jettisoning anything.
Hmm.
We're taking the entire ship.
What?
Put some tea
Ooh.
on. We'll be up in a minute.
Not what he signed up for.
Signed up for.
Yep.
If you want my help finding the Jedi, you will help me take the ship.
These are quite like.
The terms.
Mm-hmm.
Deal.
This is not the way.
This is the way.
It's not the way he believes, and he believes in honor, and you keep your word, and you do the right thing. Mando. As long, at least he doesn't know Mando and the child are here. That's the only piece of good news. Or do they want them to crash the ship? Kill them?
Live
Yeah.
the Empire.
No!
I'll live the Empire.
No, just accept when, like, your day's gone.
Cover me.
Mando! You have a son! Mando, I know you have Beskar armor, but you have a son, my brave hero! Oh, Mando!
The dark saber. Does he have it?
Oh my goodness.
You already know. Easy.
Is that what he has? That is, isn't it? It's not what Boba Fett or whatever has. That's what the Darth Guy has.
You'll take me to him.
You might let me live.
But he won't. He's gonna stab himself on the sword. Oh no.
Bravery will not be forgotten. This is the way.
This is the way.
His way's better than your way. Your way's a bit more corruptible. We're gonna see them again. I am so fascinated by this concept that, oh my god, I love you, Mando. I know he's got his jetpack, but there's more than one way to be a Mandalorian, despite their motto being this is the way. Oh, don't eat it, sweet boy. It's in a bowl and everything.
Hey kid, come on. It's time to go. Let go. Come on.
Oh,
Congratulations.
yeah. Did my baby want to eat them?
Enough pets.
Have enough pets. So I think the baby really just wanted him as a pet, rather than eating him, because he'd have tried by now. I mean, it's looked better. He's lost his little floaty crib. Oh god. Are you gonna make it? No! Mando! Yes, Mando. The baby was like, yay!
I finally know where I'm taking you, but it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
But you have to stay together forever. Oh god. Was that a necessary piece? I hope not. I love this show so much. Oh, my son. I really just, everything about this episode, this was a really short episode. I mean, I know The Mandalorian, obviously it does its longer and it's shorter episodes, but this one was only 36 minutes long, yet I feel like there was so much that happened. You know, we landed with the bumpy ride, and then there was just wandering around trying to find it, then there was the whole fight on the trawler, then there was the fight with the people, then there was the meeting with the, like, you know, just, and then before the, like, there were so many different things that happened. It didn't feel like a short episode, which is the best. I don't mind that The Mandalorian does things. I kind of like the fact that The Mandalorian just is able to let each episode and each story fit the time it needs. If it needs 30 minutes, it gets 30 minutes. If it needs 50 minutes, it gets 50 minutes. I think that's, like, not obviously, like, network television can't do that because they have the time slots, but I think that's such a good way, rather than kind of adding in filler stuff to, like, oh, this episode's too short, we need to add in, you know, some really rubbish scenes that are filler, or vice versa, oh, we can't have that scene, we'll have to take, like, it's just done perfectly. So yeah, as I mentioned in the beginning, I said, it's my birthday. If anyone hurts Baby Yoda, I kill. They fed him to a sea monster, and then they were like, we're gonna kill. They deserve to die. I am not a vengeful person. I don't believe in the death penalty. To be honest, I believe that we should, you know, not just kill everyone. We should put them in prison, or, you know, come up with some alternative punishment, but those people needed to die, and I'm glad they did. I love everything. Like, I love this show. I love science fiction, and I just love the realness that this show brings to it, if that makes sense. Like, you know, most modern sci-fi shows, to be fair, do bring that kind of realness, but it just feels real even though it's not. What am I saying? You know, another year older, not another year wiser. The whole concept of, like, the way that they had the bumpy landing, but Mando had worked it out, and, like, it was risky, but he knew what it was going to do, and then they just flopped into the sea. And the fact that, like, there was me being like, we haven't seen the baby in a while, is he okay? And then it cuts to the baby like, this is the best day of my life. I mean, I should have known my son. If it's chaos, my son is a happy son. Just because he's small, I was worried he might have fallen. And at the beginning when he was sleeping, and then he was like, oh, wake up. truly blessed on this day of birth that is mine. And then we had the fish toad people reuniting. That was so heartfelt. Like, this was only two people, like, but I felt that in my soul. And then they took them to the place where they could find the Mandalorians, or the trawler to take them to Mandalorians, but those people were just pieces of shit who wanted to steal the Beskar steel for themselves. Maybe they got other Mandalorians, or at least tried to, or they put out that they knew about Mandalorians, so because they'd seen some in the area and they thought they might track some or something. But like, the minute he was like, oh, I think the kid would really like it, I was like, why? But then I was like, okay, but maybe just baby don't get too close, or don't try and eat the giant monster. But then he just shoved my son in. I'm still not okay with that. Like, when it happened, I felt like I was outraged, but I was also a bit like, that can't have just been what happened. That guy cannot have just been doing. And then the way Mando just dived in to rescue him. Oh, and then we both died. But it was sweet. And then the other Mandalorians came, and I love the way that he was just like, just save the kid, because yes. And then his lovely buggy, pram, crib, bassinet, whatever you want to call it, it's all broken. He loves floating around in that. I know that's like his third one, but he loves it. And I just the way that he was with Mando, and they're kind of like, oh, what's this? And then there were the big scary Mandalorians. And just the fact that the Mandalorians take their hoods off. Now, I kind of mentioned this a little bit in the reaction. I don't know what got put into the edited version and what didn't with my ramblings. But I just find everything about this so fascinating. Like last season when I learned about the Mandalorian culture. Because, yeah, I have seen the movies. So if Boba Fett was in the movies, I'm pretty sure. But I don't remember him from the movies. I've seen them one time. I really enjoyed them, but I've still only seen them one time. And I haven't seen any of the other TV series. Maybe I will check them out if they're good. I mean, I like sci-fi, I like Star Wars. But from learning this with Mando, from learning with our Mando about the Mandalorian culture and everything, you know, they never take the hoods off, and it's a really big deal to him. You know, it's not something that, oh, there's no one around who'd really care, I'll take it off now. There's no Mandalorians around, there's no one like that's going to judge me for it. You know, he's been in certain places where if he took that off, no one would have reported him to the Mandalorians that he'd done it. But it means that much to him because it's his religion, and like we know that the Beskar steel itself, it's not just really good armor that is really effective. It's because it's sacred to him, and seeing Timothy Oliphant wearing it, he couldn't cope with that. Like, he would have fought him for it if need be, because that was such a sacrilege. And so then seeing these people, initially he thought, and I thought again, oh, we found some people who have stolen Mandalorian armor, but they were one of the Mandalorian clans. I was watching yesterday some more reactions, and they were talking about how there were clans of Mandalorians. But so that suggests that maybe there are clans of Mandalorians that take the helmet off, that you don't have to always have it on, and that maybe like she changed the terms of the deal midway through, which again, like, that isn't the sort of thing Mando would do. Mando might well make a deal with someone and be like, okay, I'll do this for this, but he will stick to the terms of that deal and he will do his best to right them. Whereas she wasn't even like, okay, I'm really sorry, but I need this. She was just, yeah, and she wants the dark scimitar. Is that what it was called? The dark, oh my god, she literally just said the dark blade. And I feel it's ominous that she wants that. Is it a traditionally Mandalorian thing? Because that makes it less ominous if that's why she wants that. But is it just like the best weapon? Is that the blade that he used to climb about the ship? I think that's the one that the first order one thing that the Empire guy does have. But we do know Boba Fett is lurking. I don't think that was him. I think it was that. Yeah, I'm rambling. But yeah, just the whole concept of this, and so that there is one Mandalore on Mandalore. Now I know that like the Mandalorians aren't necessarily a race. Like our Mandalorian was a foundling. It's a way of life. It's a culture. It's a religion. But did it used to have a head of state and different clans? When was the Great Purge? Was that before or after? If you know this and you can tell me, that would be really helpful. Was Mando a part of the Great Purge? Like, was Mando fighting to defend, or did that happen during the Empire times or around the same time when he was a child? Like, I'm guessing from the fact that he doesn't know too much about, or these people said, like, told him things he didn't know, and he wasn't like, well, no, I was there and it's not how it was. Maybe that he was after the Great Purge, or at least he was a child during the Great Purge, and the Mandalorians that found him were somewhat different to some of the other Mandalorians, and they had this strict code of not taking the mask of the, not taking it off, keep a helmet on at all times, and the honour, like, I mean, these Mandalorians were fairly honourable, but, like, he's even more honourable. I just, all that's so interesting to me, because if he was raised by a certain group, it would kind of be like someone being raised in isolation as a Protestant, one day running into a Catholic and being like, there's no such thing, like, we do it this way. You know, I just think that's really interesting as a concept. I love learning about law and cultures and everything. And is that potentially going to be an arc that will lead us to Mando feeling like it's okay to take his mask off because we can see Pedro Pascal's face more? I don't know. I mean, I've always thought it was a really kind of interesting concept, the whole thing of him not taking off his mask, having it as a lead character. I've not minded it. I think he is so expressive with, like, I don't know, like, I guess with his voice and his body movement. Like, Mando is such an expressive character, despite the fact that we've seen his face one time. But just, it's just so fascinating to me. Like, this could be a way to make it so that you do see your lead actor's face, because basically they could use a stand-in a lot of the time and we wouldn't know. Though I don't think the stand-in would be as expressive with his body. But yeah, just that was fascinating. I didn't appreciate people calling him my son. My son is not a pet. He is my son. Yes. Emotions. So that was just all fascinating. The fact that she's from a certain clan. I guess he's from, like, a clan of Mandalorians, or a sect of Mandalorians, because they're a clan of 2 now, aren't they? And though she did give him the information he needed, and when they mentioned Jedi, they all kind of looked at the baby like, and though his, like, mentor, or, you know, head Mandalorian woman, she was like, the Jedi are ancient enemies. So that's interesting, like, more why they are enemies. Because, you know, in the movies, you're like, the Jedi are here to save the day. Obviously, there are bad people with Force abilities and whatnot. But, yeah, just, it's all really interesting to me. And just finding out more about that. And I think it really sort of rocked Mando. Like, that these people do identify as Mandalorians. They come from Mandalore. That she views herself as being a rightful person to be on the throne of Mandalore. I didn't even know there was a throne of Mandalore. It does feel like maybe he's not learnt everything he could know about Mandalorians and his culture, so that is an interesting thing to drive him further forward. I love that he left the baby with the toad people and was like, yeah, be good and mind your manners, you know what I mean. And the baby was like, eggs, but then it hatched and he just fell in love with the baby, which is how we all feel about you, my son. I don't think he was trying to eat the baby. I think he just really liked the baby, because, you know, like, in real life, like, babies like babies, and, like, especially, like, a toddler will love a little baby because they're like, oh, that's so cute, even though, like, they're also cute. So that was very sweet. And I've got enough pets. You don't have any pets, you have a son. But the whole mission was great. I love seeing, anytime you get to see the Mandalorians fighting, working together, and just the choreography, I guess is what you'd call it, of the sequence was so good as well, because even though they were all working in the same mission together, you could really see that it was 3 people that were a team and worked together, and 1 person that was helping. And, you know, he was amazing. Up and even, like, before we get to, like, his amazing part, he did really well. He was helpful. They were working as a unit, but he was very much the 4th wheel. And, you know, they changed their plan, they took their helmets off, and he's so brave. Like, he could have just hoped to throw them from where he was, but that was just charging down there, throwing them. Ugh. I guess he knew that his son was with some kind toad fish people that would have loved them, would have raised him as long as he didn't eat their children, but just, that was really brave. And, I mean, I know Vescar Steel is, like, very strong. I know he was unlikely to die, but something could have happened, and he saved the day, and then the Empire is still, like, any organisation that is like that is scary. The Empire, the remnants of the Empire are still scary. And the fact they have a fleet, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious they have a fleet because we've seen quite a few ships and quite a few stormtroopers. But, you know, we saw our big bad again, and him saying, well, you know, sorry, the 3 of you gotta die. Tough luck. I guess a lot of, you know, cyanide pills, that's a thing people used to do, so yeah. He almost managed to destroy the ship, but no, those Mandalorians have a ship now. She knows where the blade she wants is. I imagine we'll see them again in the same way that the people we came across in episodes in the past we saw again. I don't necessarily think we'll see the fish people again, unless, like, they need to hide sometime. But I'm sure we're going to see them again, especially, like, you know, Katie Sackhoff. We're probably going to see her again. But that was just, I really didn't expect her. It was, for me, another, like, Timothy Oliphant, Katie Sackhoff. Ah! So that was brilliant. And I recognised a lot of people in this episode. But just, I still can't get over everything that happened. And seeing Mando's dedication to this mission, it's really emotional to me. But I can't lie, like, if at any point he leaves the child with some Jedi, preferably on a planet full of Baby Yodas, and we'll finally learn the species name and maybe name my son, I'm gonna be really sad. I kind of don't know that they do that because it would kind of be like gutting the show of a lot of its worth. Now, I don't think that the baby is the only thing that's good about the show, of course not. I would not be loving it as much, I probably wouldn't be reacting to it if that was the only bit I enjoyed. I love every aspect of the show. I love the world building, like, I love kind of seeing Star Wars from the ground level. I love expanding the world more. I love Mando as a character. I love him. I love the Mandalorian culture and learning more about that and all the different people and species and planet we meet. I grew up watching Farscape and Stargate and Firefly and pretty much every single sci-fi type show you can imagine. So just getting any show like that I will love, and this one is doing it brilliantly. I love all the different people we meet. I love the fact that we come back to them, and I love all of it. But the best thing about this show is the relationship between Mando and the child, their bond that's growing. And so I kind of hope it's going to be a case of if he finds a homeworld for my baby, that they are like, but no, he is yours. Like, you know, like, you have this bond, you have raised him and protected him, he should be with you, you were family. Or that the baby's gonna be like, you, I want my daddy. Like, I'm gonna be so, like, I think it would really gut the show. I would still enjoy it. I'm not gonna, like, hate the show if that was to happen, but I would lose a lot of my love for it, and I would be really sad. I also think that Baby Yoda is just far too popular for them to do that, but I have been hurt by shows before. I have been like, oh, that show's definitely not gonna hurt its fans like that, and the show's been like, ha! So I'm kind of scared. But no matter what, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm very intrigued, like, if there's this place where he's going to find some Jedi he now knows about, or they're going to know where to send him to actually find some Jedi, we might actually be finding a potential homeworld for Baby Yoda this season. I mean, that was episode 3 of 8, so we're almost halfway. And that being said, is that decision going to happen this season? Stressful times on my birthday as well. I'm still not over them trying to feed my child to a sea monster. At least their ship blew up. They died, and then his brother died too. Ha! Also, our lovely ship. Crest? I know what it's called. Part of my CFS ME is that it can cause my memory to not work 100%, like brain fog, like it muddles me a little bit. So like I have all the information, it's all in here, but sometimes it like escapes me. Like 5 years ago, before I was ill, I knew every detail of every show instantly, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, his ship does not look as good as it once did. Like, it is a mess. From the sounds of it, he's going straight to the Jedi place. Kind of wondered if maybe he'd go back to his trustworthy mechanic and get her to do it and then go there, but I'm very intrigued about how the journey's going to go and the fact that the ship still looks like this. And in the end, that spider coming back, or was it a spider? It was one of the spiders, it wasn't like a squid monster. Oh, I did not want to see one of those again. Oh, my birthday. I'll stop mentioning that. Genuinely, if it wasn't for Baby Yoda, I would probably not have even mentioned that it was my birthday, but I'm just so happy I got Baby Yoda on my birthday. This birthday has become like I was 7 again. Many decades more than that, well, not many, too. But yeah, just that, and the baby kind of just being like, ah, it's coming, and then Mando didn't even have to look, was just like, I got it, have some food. They are a pair and I adore them. So yeah, this show has been fantastic. It has been the perfect birthday present. It has made my birthday, like, ugh. I'm not someone like, obviously like, I'm an adult, when you're an adult, birthdays don't really matter anymore or count. And yeah, this one's a lockdown one as well, but Baby Yoda has genuinely made me feel like I'm a little kid again on my birthday, so I will stop mentioning that now. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, quick reminder that if you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction, it is up on my Patreon along with all my other reactions. And yes, thank you so much for watching.